Well, it is only December the 23rd, but I think it's pretty safe to say that this is by far and away the best Christmas present that I will be receiving this year. Unless Alison Hannigan is in one of my presents, then she may just about take first place. But that not, that not particularly likely scenario withstanding, I would say that this will be my best Christmas present this year, and many other people as well, I should think. It's the release of MFME version 6. There we are, version 6 of Multiple Fruit Machine Emulator has been released and given to us by Chris Wren, also known as Wizard, on the various forums that he posts to. We got version 5 was released last November. Then we got 5.1 a little bit later, and now he's given us a whole new release, whole new update called version 6. Looking at the changelog, all kinds of stuff going in there, lots of bug fixes. There's going to be new different games that can run on new machines that can run new ROMs with the changes that he's made there. Lots of good stuff in there. So fantastic news to have this to play. And look at this craziness. It now supports 7-player games. They are 7 slave machines of the Bullion Bars arena, the Astra machine, 7 slaves and a top box, and that's 8 instances of the emulator all talking to each other at the same time. I think we were previously limited to 4-player games, which was 3 slaves and the top box. So goodness knows what Chris has done to make this work. But we've now got 7-player machines playable in the emulator, and Reg has been straight out the gates with this classic layout here, and it loads like this. There's some clever positioning that you can do and specify this in the layout so that when you load it in, it's sort of, you load in the top box and then it spawns everything around it perfectly positioned with all the borders taken off and all that sort of thing. So that's a fantastic layout from Reg there to get us going. I've put £6 of credits in all of them, so let's just kick them off and see what happens. There we go. This could get quite noisy quite quickly. I've got the volume turned right down, so is it one of these that completely plays itself? I hope it is, because I can't particularly see myself controlling 7 all at the same time. And obviously we're just waiting for one of them to go up to the top box. Goodness me. Quite a sight, isn't it? Who would have thought this? Who would have thought we'd have like a 7-player multiplayer game running in the emulator? Fantastic stuff. And what are we going to get up there? £5. £5 for player, that's player 3. Well done, player 3. Oh, unlucky player 3. That's a little bit less money for that granny going home. But a pension will last a little bit longer now, at least. It's a bit of a sensory overload, this, isn't it? My goodness me. I do like these multiplayer ones. I put a fair few quid through one of the ones that was released for the last version of the emulator, which was a 3-player party time. Even though they're very simple, that they can be surprisingly good fun, particularly when you've got loads of them going like this. So, who's done the worst there? Player 7's done very bad. He's lost a £5. Player 4's lost a £5. Let's collect those out. So it's £1 each for them two. He's got £3. Oh, I didn't even start. Did I not even start player 6? Oh dear. Player 6 a bit slow out the gate. Player 3's won a £5. Player 2's won £6. And player 5... Oh, he won a £1 and he won a £1. Is it going to go up? Oh, has that held? I always felt short change on these, on the real things. You know when you got a win on your sort of base game and it held, and like it did there, a £5 win and it held. I always felt a little bit short change that I didn't get a go on the top box. I'd have rather had that off the top box. So there you go. That's fantastic stuff. I will be loading this one in because I've got a bit of a soft spot for, like I say, these mass multiplayer games, particularly in 7-player form, which is absolutely crackers. It's fun to just load all the slaves up with. What I like to do is put, like, say, 20, well, on 30p a go, it'd be £21, say, in each of them. Kick them all off at the same time. It's like your own private horse race. See who does best out of a lot of them. We'll just let player 6 finish off here. Looks like he's going to win a £5. So that is awesome. That is an absolute sight to behold. 8 instances of the emulator running simultaneously. giving us a Bullion Bars arena experience. That is tremendous stuff. So kudos to Chris for releasing version 6 at just before Christmas as well. What perfect timing when hopefully we've all got a few days off work, which will give us time to enjoy it. And there's another thing that's been released with version 6 as well, which is something that I'm guessing wasn't possible in version 5 because it's also flagged up as requiring version 6 of MFME, so I will load that in now. In fact, before I do that, I don't know if this was in before and I just didn't know about it, or if this is something new that Chris has put into this version. If I didn't know about it before, I'm quite annoyed because it's very nifty. If you just have any of these windows active, so you've got any of them as your focus, just press Control Q, and look at that. It closes down the whole lot of them all at once, and I'll demonstrate loading it back in as well. So here we are. You just go Bullion Bars 7 player, and I think this is some. Well, obviously it's built into the emulator. I don't know if this is new in 6 or if it's some clever jiggery pokery that Reg and Chris have done between them. This is a new thing as well. You can make it pop the notes up. So this is just a note from Reg saying, you know, all this stuff is freely available. Wouldn't hurt just to subscribe to his channel, give him a bit of support on YouTube. And there you go. Can you see it all loads in, all perfectly positioned, neat and tidy, just like that, and you are ready to put credits in and go. So that's fantastic as well. But let's get back to what I was just talking about, which is the other new machine that has been released along with the release of MFME V6 this evening. And it's this. Oh, excuse me. Donned deal wheel. Now, I'm not entirely sure why this was presumably not a runner in MFME V5 or 5.1. I'm guessing it's something to do with the disc wheel. Let's just knock that down. Oops, today's there, and knock that down to 1%. So let's just see if we can. Oh, what are we doing on 50? We don't want to be on 50p a go. Let's get it up to the £1 mega game. This was quite an interesting donned machine. It really seemed to be something of an effort on BFM's part to get away from the standard donned formula, which they did do a couple of times. I think Eliminator was one where they tried to do something a bit different. I don't know if they just didn't catch on or people didn't like them because they always seem to end up going back to the more standard donned formula. What we want to do is get it into the deal wheel game, because that's where the fun is on this one. So I'll put a few quid through it and get it to the point where it's offering me the deal wheel game. That's oh bugger. It is a disaster. Thank you very much, Noel. We'll be back shortly when I've got that deal wheel open. And look at that. It does look very Swizzy in a track mode. Something that was added in version 5 was dimming lamps. The lamps used to be in layouts. They were either on or off. So you see that lovely effect that you've got with it going round there with just the swishing up and down there with those dimming lamps. It looks so much better. That's very pretty, isn't it? No deal. Well, it's only just gone and done a go all the way board, hasn't it? What's that all about? I think. Oh no, I don't want the mega. Let's play the deal wheel. So how does this work on a go all the way? So you spin the wheel, and now when it's not a go all the way board, see it was a real good gamble on the well, it's not a go all the way. I guess I just can't lose now. It's just going to go all the way to the end, but it spins the wheel here behind. You have to choose one of these deals, and it. Behind one of them can be a lose or a mystery, I think, or something. So it's like an all or nothing sort of gap. So 2 MS. Oh, right, okay. So obviously I'm not going to get any loses behind there on this, which takes some of the suspense out of it a bit. Does that give me that? Oh, there we are. So it has dropped. So I see. So it gives you your pieces of it. Well, that's good. Nice to get a go all the way, but I was kind of wanting to get the normal version of it, if I'm honest. Oh yeah, that looks very pretty, doesn't it? So I'm well, I don't know if it's going to be a flat 70 or not. I'm not really sure what state the machine's in. I think Red just put a few quid in it before he's uploaded it. Let's just have a look at the long-term stats. Oh yeah, he's blatted about 100 quid through it, so I put about 40 quid in. So I'll collect that. I'll get a natural deal game, and then we'll see how far we can push it.
Deal or no deal?
There we are. It's now opened up the normal deal wheel game, so I can play that whenever I want. We'll have a couple of spins on the board, obviously, because we can get some. One more. There we are. Now let's play the game. So we'll spin the wheel. Now, as memory serves, it can't kill you on the first one. So that's a Mega Street chunk. And obviously we're going to have another press.
Your box is good one.
Now, missed 15 quid. Now, the wheel doesn't cheat you. That's the thing. So it's a genuine pick. It's not like, on those new bent betcoms where, it was £100 in your box, really, because it's all just done with a lamp matrix. Because this is a fair wheel, so it puts what it's going to put behind there, and you are genuinely now making a choice. I didn't miss much there. That was the best pick. And obviously what it's going to start doing is putting mysteries behind it. It made them, I quite like it even emulated, but when you were playing the real thing, I missed 15 quid again. Let's have a look. There's really quite a lot of suspense. It's still not putting any mysteries behind there, and it showed me that it was prepared to give me 15 quid. And just like that, it is horrible. There you go. I love that game. It's a really, really good twist on the deal or no deal game. I don't know whether these machines just didn't do very well, because as far as I'm aware, this was a one-off experiment that Belfruit did and never returned to the formula again. But hey, it's now here in the emulator, so we can play it to our heart's content, which is fab. So it's a very Merry Christmas here, thanks to Chris for the release of MFME version 6, and many thanks to Reg for getting those two layouts coordinated with the release, so we've got 7-player arena game to enjoy, and also deal or no deal wheel. I would recommend that Reg has got his own website there, Desert Island Fruits, and he's got a YouTube channel called Mr. Fruit. Let me just drag that. So recommend that you check both of those out. He's a very nice chap, been around on the Fruit Machine emulation scene pretty much forever. So I'll stop it there. Just a little extra video today, because it would seem remiss of me not to say something about the release of a new version of Multiple Fruit Machine Emulator, which is fantastic news. I will see you next time.